Have you ever thought that you can cast an iron pot or pan yourself? This is a technique that requires ingenuity and meticulousness, but is not impossible. In this video, I will show you how to cast iron pots and pans from start to finish. Let's watch and challenge yourself. The process of creating iron pots. Iron pans has a history of 100 years. In a traditional iron foundry in Korea, two workers are preparing for the first stages of the iron pot casting process. They use sieves to filter raw materials. Casting iron, the main raw material for the casting of the pot, is ground into a fine powder. The cast iron part that falls through the filter is the selected part. Workers use drills and feet to compress these cast iron powders. The purpose of compaction is to fill the voids, preventing the cast iron from falling when the mould is upside down, and smooth the surface to shape the pot. The mould is turned upside down and the top cover is removed. The mould crane is placed on a cylindrical column and the worker slowly removes the remaining mould cover. The pot sample will be moved to another position to smooth the surface and apply lime around. A gas cylinder has been prepared to burn directly into the sample pot. Before placing the pot sample into the mould, workers need to clean and moisten the mould cavity with black graphite water. This helps prevent the pot sample from sticking to the mould and helps liquid iron flow more evenly. The pot sample is then placed into the mould and sealed. A little cast iron powder is sprinkled on the mould cover to prevent liquid cast iron from flowing out. Each iron ingot is put into the furnace to melt at high temperature. After the cast iron is molten, the worker will scoop the molten iron into the mould through a hole in the middle. The solidified cast iron on the mould cover will be removed. The mould lid will be removed and the pot upside down, but not directly on the ground, but face down on the cast iron pile. After the last cover is removed, the worker will use a shovel to scoop out the cast iron powder. The cast iron powder inside is scraped clean. This is the body of the pot that has just been cast. At this time, the iron pot product is still incomplete. It needs to be edited and perfected some more details to have the best shape and quality. After removing the mould, the iron pot usually has some excess around it that needs to be cut off. These excess parts are usually the sand mould part. The liquid cast iron does not completely flow into the mould. The process of cutting off excess should be done carefully to avoid damage to the product. Small details on the iron pot also need to be edited to have the perfect shape. These details are usually edges, drainage holes, handles. The surface of the iron pot after casting is often uneven and shiny. In order for the product to have a beautiful surface, it needs to be polished. The polishing process is done by hand with specialized machines. To make iron pans, workers need to prepare cast iron or cast iron. This iron is melted in a furnace at a temperature of 1500 degrees Celsius. Impurity bleach is poured into the furnace to remove impurities. Iron waste is also added to the oven to increase the durability of the pan. The pan mould is made from black graphite to prevent molten iron from sticking. The mould is heated before the iron is poured. The pan-shaped template is placed in the centre of the mould and covered with the lid. The newly heated cast iron part will be poured directly into the mould through the pre-made hole. The worker must be very skillful so as not to get burned. After the mould cools, the iron pan is removed. The pan is polished and fine-tuned to perfection. Thank you for watching my video. In this video I introduced you to the process of casting iron pots and pans. This is a rather complicated process and requires a high level of skill from the craftsman. I hope this video has helped you better understand how to make durable and quality iron pots and pans. If you found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel to watch the latest videos. And I'll see you in the next video.